Good morning. It is Monday, September 29th. I'm Whitney Turner. Thanks for joining us for Catch Up Quick, WVLT's daily fastcast, airing 10:30 in the morning, Mondays through Fridays. We want to kick things off with a check of your first alert forecast with meteorologist Belle Oliver, and a nice, refreshing start to this work week.
Yeah, very beautiful, and expecting these nice conditions all throughout this week with temperatures into the low 80s. Stepping outside right now, though, still feeling pretty good. A lot of us into those low 70s area-wide. 70 degrees in Knoxville right now, 72 out in Wartburg, 72 in Greenville, and 60 degrees in Middlesboro. So a good widespread of temperatures this morning. But again, looking at a very calm sky, no rain on the radar just yet. Notice a bunch of that rain towards the Carolinas. That's from the remnants of Tropical Storm Imelda pushing through, but thankfully no impacts to the United States. Overall today, we'll see temperatures climb back into those low 80s, 83 by this afternoon, still tracking lots of sunshine, but there could be a few isolated downpours, especially in the mountains. Of course, I'll give you the exact timing and those locations coming up.
All right, Belle, thanks so much. East Tennessee's own Dolly Parton has announced she will be postponing her upcoming residency in Las Vegas. She was set to perform at Caesars Palace in December, but said on social media that she's dealing with some health issues right now. She said she will have to have a few procedures to get them fixed, and because of that, the 79-year-old said she will not be able to put in the rehearsal time she needs to put on a show her fans would expect to see. Parton says she has no plans to retire, but says this is a sign she does need to slow things down. Dolly adds tickets for the postponed shows will be valid for the new show dates if you wish to keep them. If not, she says refunds will be available. You can find the new dates and which show they correspond with inside your WVLT News app. Meanwhile, today, the Gatlinburg bypass still closed after a landslide caused by heavy rain shut it down Saturday. Several roads in the area are also closed because of flooding. You can see what those are inside your WVLT News app. We'll let you know when everything opens back up. Well, a man is now facing charges after a deadly assault in South Knoxville over the weekend. Fernando Carrera has been charged with voluntary manslaughter after police found James Phipps unresponsive in a parking lot near West Young High Pike. Phipps died at the hospital. Police say the two got into a fight after Carrera claimed Phipps owed him money. The investigation's still ongoing. We'll keep you updated as it develops. State troopers are investigating a deadly crash in Claiborne County. Tennessee Highway Patrol says it happened yesterday morning on US 25 East. They say Santana Onifree was driving north when he went into the wrong lane and hit another car. The driver of that other car, Merle Chamberlain, was killed. Onifree was hurt. THP says charges are now pending. Bell County authorities say a wanted 18-year-old suspect is considered to be armed and dangerous. Officials say Anthony Green of Middlesboro is wanted on multiple counts, including burglary, endangerment, and theft. Again, he is considered to be armed and dangerous. The governor says the National Guard will start arriving in Memphis sometime this week, possibly even today. It's all part of the president's initiative to combat crime in the city. Governor Bill Lee said the, quote, Memphis Safe Task Force operation will include the National Guard, FBI, and other agencies. He said National Guard troops will be easily identifiable in their uniforms and will not be armed. They also will not be able to make arrests or issue warrants unless asked.
We have a generational opportunity to make Memphis a safe city, and we're not going to let anything hold us back from allowing this city to be all that it can be.
Still no word yet on the exact day troops get into Memphis, but we'll let you know right here inside your WVLT News app. And this past weekend marked 1 year since Hurricane Helene swept through multiple states and wreaked havoc on parts of North Carolina and East Tennessee. Now one woman who lost her parents to Helene, Maureen Obrist, has filed a wrongful death lawsuit against the Tennessee Valley Authority. That lawsuit claims the government entity failed to give people enough warning of rising water levels, leading to her parents' death. Specifically, it points to the TVA's ownership and operation of the Nolichucky Dam, saying the TVA knew a major influx of water was on the way, but did not use the correct channels to warn people about the possible flooding. Obrist says the water took just minutes to overwhelm her.
When we got a warning that water was coming, we didn't believe it would get to the house. Helplessness, complete helpless. I almost drowned. I could not go back and help them. I would have died.
Oberst herself was able to survive by holding onto a column on her family's front porch. She is asked for a jury trial and monetary damages for her parents' deaths, funeral expenses, and court costs.
And now, your first alert forecast with meteorologist Belle Oliver.
We are in for a very quiet stretch of weather over the next few days. Still looking to be very quiet this morning. A few passing clouds slowly moving towards the mountains here. And this is all that rain from that tropical system Imelda, which I'll talk about here in a minute. For now, though, today temperatures sitting into the low 70s. Beautiful view across downtown Knoxville. Slight northeasterly breeze. Throughout the day, we'll see those temperatures continue to rise back into those lower 80s by about 5 o'clock. Overall, very mild today, and temperatures back into those low 70s around 8 or 9 p.m. Throughout the day, again, we'll see a few clouds build in, especially towards the mountains. I can't rule out a very isolated downpour today, especially long into the Smokies and in the northeastern part of the state, with temperatures ranging into those low to mid 80s. This is about 2 or 3 degrees above average where we should be. Like tonight, we'll receive more of those cool temperatures, mild starting out for your Tuesday morning. A lot of us into those middle 60s. A few of us, especially towards the plateaus, could get into the low 60s, upper 50s in Crossville, 59 degrees, 64 in Knoxville Tuesday morning, 65 in Morristown, and 64 degrees in Newport. Overall, Tuesday not looking too bad. We'll see a few passing clouds Tuesday morning. Temperatures continue to rise into the upper 70s, lower 80s by Tuesday afternoon. Again, more sunshine, but there is still a chance for a few isolated downpours Tuesday morning, especially once again along the mountains where we have some clouds. By Tuesday during the noon hour, we should clear out pretty nicely, then bring in another chance for more of those isolated downpours. Again, same location here along that Tennessee-North Carolina border in the mountains for your Tuesday. So a few of us could see some sprinkles Tuesday afternoon heading into the evening, but really there is going to be a lot of dry time. Now switching over to the tropics. Of course, this has been a big main story over the past few days. Still tracking that hurricane out in the Atlantic. That's Hurricane Umberto, still a Category 4 this morning. And then our newest named system, Tropical Storm Imelda. Now, thankfully, this is going to take a sharp right turn over the next few days as it strengthens into a Category 1 storm. Thankfully, again, no impacts to the United States. We're a little worried about flooding, especially along the coastal Carolinas, but now we're all good to go. Temperatures into those middle 80s for your Monday, slowly working into the low 80s over the next few days. Again, an afternoon shower can't be ruled out, especially long into the mountains. But by this weekend, temperatures into the upper middle 70s and some more cool mornings into the 50s.
Val, thanks so much. New changes are coming to those who qualify for the federal food assistance program known as SNAP. The new rules stem from President Donald Trump's Big Beautiful Bill Act passed by Congress in July. The biggest change is to work requirements, which have always been a part of SNAP, but are now getting stricter. Starting at the end of October, people between the ages of 18 and 65 years old who don't have a disability or don't live with children under 14 will have to work at least 20 hours a month to qualify and have to prove it with more paperwork.
Are going to fall through the cracks at a time where we see grocery prices increasing and higher than they have been.
We want them to be safety nets, not hammocks that people stay in, but getting people on their feet.
For every one food bank meal provided to an individual, SNAP provides 9 meals. And so if you're going to take SNAP away, that's a huge, huge void that food banks have to fill.
Almost 700,000 Tennesseans rely on SNAP to put food on the table. The new rules go into effect on October 31st. And a first-of-its-kind surgery taking place right here in East Tennessee, all thanks to a team effort from Zoo Knoxville and the UT College of Veterinary Medicine. Lou, a 34-year-old chimpanzee at the zoo, got a groundbreaking spinal surgery to remove a tumor. It's believed to be the first procedure of its kind performed on a chimpanzee.
Super excited. I mean, this is not, again, this is rare. I mean, this is my N of 1 thus far. So we don't do this every day. You know, and for the animals' sake, I hope we don't have to do something like this every day, obviously. But it's really cool to know that we can pull this off.
Lou is now recovering in a special quarantine space where he's healing under close observation and is already showing signs of improvement. WVLT is proud to be your official station of the Vols. The Vols picking up their first SEC win of the season in a nail-biter on Saturday. They take down Mississippi State on the road in overtime. Tennessee Aguilar making big plays, scoring a 6-yard touchdown run to get the game into overtime. It only took one play for the Vols to grab the lead, a 25-yard touchdown from Deshaun Bishop. The Tennessee defense stopping State on 4th down to give the Vols a 41-34 win.
Win for who we consider to be the good guys, and at the end of the day, love competing with these guys. So a lot to clean up, everybody, coaches, players, everybody, but good road win.
Well, the Vols take a week off before returning home to play Arkansas. In yesterday's AP poll has the Vols staying put at number 15 for the 4th week in a row. The biggest mover this week, though, Ole Miss, jumping to number 4 after a big win over LSU. Alabama back in the top 10 after beating Georgia in Athens. And Vanderbilt is one spot behind the Vols. They're sitting at number 16. The 5-0 Commodores traveled to Tuscaloosa to take on the Crimson Tide Saturday. And fresh off their win from this weekend, one familiar Vol greeted shoppers and fans at the Food City in Hardin Valley Sunday. That was none other than Joey Aguilar. The line wrapped around the building as excited fans waited to meet and get a picture with the Vol's star quarterback.
I've got 3 kids, and they've been super excited to meet him. And so as soon as we found out, they're like, "Hey, let's run down there." I always love going to the games. I got to storm the field and hang on the goalpost for the Alabama game. So to come here and meet our new QB is super exciting.
Fans in line cheered as they waited. Some people even drove around singing Rocky Top. And while the Vols were busy getting their football win, Tennessee fans were busy this week getting their own win during a week-long blood drive competition against Florida fans. Vol fans donated blood to Medic Regional Blood Center, and Florida fans donated to the Life South Blood Bank. Vol fans took an early lead over the Florida fans, and they never looked back. After collecting blood all week long, UT came out on top, beating Florida by more than 150 donations.
We the People, celebrating 250 years of America. Sponsored by Garza Law Firm.
Today in history, Rudolf Diesel, the inventor of the diesel engine, went missing while on a steamship in 1913. He was traveling from Belgium to England to attend the groundbreaking of a new diesel engine plant. Diesel was not found until October 10th when a sailor spotted a body in the water that turned out to be the famed inventor. His death was ruled as a suicide, but many people think he was murdered. The diesel engine changed the world, revolutionizing the railroad industry and eventually trucks and buses. Well, thanks so much for joining us. Remember, you can stay up to date on WVLT.tv, inside your WVLT News app, and on WVLT's social media pages. We're going to be right back here with your top headlines at noon.